Our presentation today is Tommy and Catalina from Jade Martial Arts. So, is that ready to go? All right, let's do it. Go ahead.
Cool. Thank you again. I invited you all today for my presentation. Thank you for all coming along. Right. So essentially, Jade Martial Arts. What we're doing right now is we really wanted to open a martial arts studio and a fitness that was essentially in a class of its own. The reason I want to do that was because as we started dating, and she came to America to be with me, and then we got married. We were not really sure what we were going to do for her, and like what in terms of career-wise, stuff like that. She has so much experience. She has 15 years of experience teaching and competitively fighting. She's been a champion for 8 times in her national country. So I mean, the best thing I could have done from my perspective was to put her skills to use, and one of that was to also follow her passion, which was martial arts. So we decided to open a martial arts studio in Boulder, of all places. So essentially today we'll be talking a little bit about what we do, a little bit about her experience, and also we're going to pass around a simple stretching sheet. So I imagine many of us spend a lot of our times like hunched over a desk, working on a computer, or even like massage therapists who use their hands a lot. And so an example is has a lot of pain or a lot of tension in their lower back area. We're going to do a few stretches. I'll show you a few stretches, and then you can do that on your own or whatever makes sense. And we will talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. So first thing, she's going to introduce herself, and she's going to tell just a little bit about her experiences. So you're on there. Go.
Hi. Guys, my name is Catalina. I'm from Colombia. So the first thing about the things I do is when I start to practice Taekwondo in the place I grow, Colombia is a very hard place about violence and social problems. And my problem in that time was with my family. So I remember when I went with my master, I say, I need to start to feel I want to do something or get something, or I don't think I can live for more time, I will kill myself. So that was the way I started to practice Taekwondo. Because before I practiced other sports, was more pressure for my mom and my family. So in the moment I really start to practice this, I start to feel a very good energy, and I have a really good reason for stay. What is the word for life? So the clear thing about this, I'm a short person, right? I am little, and I have to work more hard than the other people for being part of one team, right? So if they practice 1 hour, for me was 1 hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, because they was tall, skinny. So how a little girl can kick very high or go very far in this. It's very hard to get a good level like this, right? So after feel very love about this sport, I start to teach too. And I teach kids from 3 years old, right? Adults too, 70 years old, 72 years old. And it's not about just be aggressive or a lot of strength. It's more work mind more than your body. If you believe in yourself, you can do whatever you want. So actually, I have some students. They call me the little tiny devil. So when my student, she says she can call me like that because I'm far from my country. So yeah, it's more the passion you put in your stuff. I am national champion for many years, around 8 years, right? I was part of the national team. When I met Tommy, I started to, about the competition, because I was in a very high level, so I was to stop that time too, because I started to have a lot of problems with my knee, especially because when we are competitors, they just care you compete, they don't care if you have injuries, they just want you to go forward. And in Colombia, they don't pay too much money for that, right? But we do this more for passion and love than something else. I work with foundation for rehabilitation with kids and adults too, alcohol and drugs, Colombia. It's sad to say this, but it's our reality, right? And I was a teacher in one, we call that university, here's college. In the gym part for yoga and of course for the martial arts too. I did a semester for psychology in Colombia, and that helped me a lot, of course. And yeah, more than 15 years the experience in teaching, and 18 no more, I'm start to practice the sport. And I feel very proud and happy to do this. And I can say I don't have a job. I just do the things I really like. It's my passion, right? So I wake up every morning and I feel very excited and happy to do this. And the way I work with the people is more to they learn to love themselves, because for many years I did a very strong and bad diet for being very skinny. They have the body they need for competition, no more than 98 pounds, right? And 1 week, only fruit and water, that is not helping. So I had a student need to lose weight and they want to work their body just with good nutrition. And now one woman, 184 pounds. Yesterday I checked her weight after 3 or 4 months, and now she's 164 pounds.
Great.
And no diet. It's 5 to 6 times in the day, small portion, sleep good, drink good water, do some exercise, no more than 1 hour with her, so that is a huge, huge goal. So other girl 2 weeks, 4 pounds and a half, and that is the way, right? And I have a couple kids. I do language physiotherapy. It's hilarious because my English is bad. But yeah, and one mom, the second day after start, the girl is 4 years and a half. 4 years and a half.
Yeah.
And the mom just come here, give me a hug, and almost cry because the girl started to be more friendly in school and start to try to speak more. So small things help these kids and the people a lot. So that is the thing I have to say. Thank you. Oh, about the stretching. I give you guys one example. So you don't need do it like that, but you can try. It's just for beginners, it's 50 seconds is posture, so it's 6 in total. 15 seconds, and each time you can do 20 seconds, 30, 1 minute, right? So this one helps your lower back and the neck. It's the area we are more special when we have a lot of stress. So that is a good example. And the person in the picture is an old friend. He is a Taekwondo champion too. He is a stretching teacher too. That is our specialty, of course. We practice a lot of flexibility and stretching. So that's it.
Great. Yes. So essentially, I think we have like what?
You still have 6, 7 minutes?
6, 7 minutes. So I have one other thing to share, and then I'll be open to questions. So the next thing I want to share is that we have free weekly classes. We teach them even on Wednesdays in the morning, sometimes on Thursdays at night, but we do have some classes. So if you're interested in having like a more of a personal experience of what it feels like even to have some classes, some personal attention, if you're just getting ready to do fitness, or you just want to see if this is a good fit for you, come on in, let me know, and then we'll get that set up and you can come into the class, try it out. So that's pretty much where we're at. I would love to invite all of you to come try it out. And there are a few people who have already tried it, and you can ask them what their experience was. Other than that, we are open to questions. So
what do you dress in to come to class?
Sure. So as a general rule, just like t-shirts, shorts, general athletic wear. As we do more martial arts and as you go with time, so the first month or so is just like normal t-shirts, but after around 2-3 months, we'll get you set up with a uniform for your size, and it'll be a martial arts uniform for the martial arts portion. For the fitness portion, which we also do, that's just gym clothes. Yeah.
What age range do you usually work with?
So our age range, we work, I think, as low as around 3 years old, probably around 3.5. So as young as 3.5, and going, our upper limit is probably closer to like 80 or 90. We work with 7 years old. She's worked with. She doesn't really have a limit, but essentially, I would say probably in the upper range. When it hits the triple digits, I think we might have to consult. That's about it.
What's your address?
It's 2710 28th Street. So on top of the sheet, it should also be written, literally on top of that sheet. No. There's no address. Okay, anyways, but yeah, it's 2710 28th Street. I will pass. If anyone wants to know more, please, there's phone number.
Is that near the mall?
Yes, it's close to the mall. It's also close to Dodge Steiner and Battery Plus. If you go on like 28th Street, 30, like
28th and Bluff?
yeah, 28th and Bluff. Like if you go like north on 36, you literally pass right next to our studio.
What time is your classes on Wednesday and Saturday?
Sure. So right now the Wednesday classes are 6:30 a.m. until 7:30 a.m. I'm probably going to move it up to 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. so that we have time for TRP. On our Thursday classes tends to be 8 p.m. until 9 p.m. That's when people get off work. That's how the way the schedule works out. Again, we're open to different classes, and I'll change the schedule over time so that it match people's schedule. But in general, that's the general format. Give me a call, and then we'll figure whatever else. We also teach, as a general rule for the school, is we teach a week for free. So you can always come in for free for normal paid classes. Because of we just sort of opened, it's more personal attention. It's honestly like personal training, to be honest. So if you're interested in that as well, give us a call, come on in. We teach a few private classes just to get a feel for it as well.
How does Taekwondo differ from karate and judo and all of those?
Yes. Are you asking for the technical aspect, or are you talking about the competitive spirit aspect, or is it all? Like you're asking a
Well,
general
as far
question?
as finding referrals to send to you, here's people who, well, my kids are already in karate, or, something like that.
Sure. She will speak to
So
that.
Taekwondo is Olympic sport. It's two different kinds. It's ETF and WTF. Where Taekwondo Federation is the Olympic sport. The difference is we use more our legs. So we kick from here and up. More high, more point. And we can have hard knockout. It's actually a hard sport. So we use protection gear for that, helmet, chest protection, but help us to resist the punch. But sometimes it's painful too. The other way, we have a very good stretching too. We use our arms and hands too, but it's more our legs. So the best way I can explain that is karate, for example. They use their legs too, but the technique is no, for competition, they can kick very hard or they can push very hard. The idea for Taekwondo is break the other person or they will break you. So,
Would you say MMA is sort of the extreme?
we don't use core. We stand all the time. We use a slide, a step, we turn with the,
I can speak to that.
thank you, yeah.
So essentially, MMA is is mixed martial arts. So essentially, I did train in MMA with a style of karate, judo, and jiu-jitsu. So essentially, if you think about the different styles, Taekwondo is more of a standing up sport. There's very little groundwork. You don't really see people grappling like wrestling or like Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu, again, is more towards groundwork. They do have some stand-up stuff, but a lot of their focus is on the ground and also called rolling. And also for judo, judo is an offshoot of jiu-jitsu, and that's more Japanese, not Brazilian. Judo is almost strictly Japanese. And in terms of judo, there's a sport for it as well. It is an Olympic sport, but you could think of getting a person to the ground. So that's pretty much it. And karate is a stand-up sport, just like you can think of like boxing, Muay Thai, Taekwondo. Those are all stand-up striking sports, versus jiu-jitsu is more grappling. Does that help answer the question?
Yeah.
All of those martial arts all have spiritual aspects. They're slightly different, but all of them have like a practice aspect beyond just the sporting aspect. So she can talk a little bit about that as well, but that is a whole big conversation. It's just so big.
Well, on that note, kind of what's the purpose of teaching children this kind of thing? Is it for self-defense really, or is it really more of a emotional, spiritual?
Well, something very clear about this sport is spiritual too. Before I'm talking about Taekwondo like a sport, but it's a martial arts too, right? So we teach the kids like have goals, like work hard for the things they want to get, and have a very good personality. So the Taekwondo have integrity, perseverancia,
Perseverance,
espíritu indomable,
indomitable spirit, and also
cortesía,
courtesy,
autocontrol,
uh,
self-control.
self-control.
So we have these 5 things, and that is very important to teach the kid, right? So if a kid for 3 years old, 4 years old come to me, they don't will start to fight immediately, right? We start to with coordinations, with motricity, motricity, different things, with games. The kids start to enjoy and know the body and enjoy about the body, right? And at the same time, we teach them meditation and respect for for themselves and their family and the people around them. Actually, for me, if a kid after the test for have the new bill, the parents have to show me they are good in school. Can be kindergarten, but the kid need have motivation in the things they do. In home, doesn't matter if the parents have a lot of money and pay people for clean the house, the kids have to help to clean something in their room, toys, whatever, right? And the third one is how they are in the studio. How motivation, how good they do this stuff, right? If the kid, for some reason, need help in some areas, we give them motivation and we help them to be better. But it's not just go there and kick. It's a very long process. It's not only for body, it's mine too.
Beautiful. Thanks.